trying to tell me about this, and all week I purposefully did not speak to him so we could go into this conversation fresh. Apparently, he knows a lot about the Tavistock Institute, which is supposed to be the biggest conspiracy theory ever. When I Googled it, that's all I kept on seeing. I either saw... this is the scary shit, though. I actually seen shit about the Tavistock Institute, but nowhere did it explicitly say the Tavistock Institute.
All right, let me explain to you why. Because they're the main umbrella company. They fund everything else. So it's sort of like they're the idea behind everything else. You understand what I mean? So nobody really blames the idea behind everything else.
This is exactly why I stopped and was like, we're going to talk about this on camera because I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, because what the fuck do you mean the idea behind something? Right. Nobody bothers the person behind the idea. Isn't that like the reason why we have the lead defendant and the co-defendant and co-Ds in the first place? Because somebody was the ringleader.
You're talking about it from the perspective of law. And these are from the people who made the law for you. For us, for all of us.
Okay, you gotta break it down for the people. You gotta, because we gotta ground it.
All right, the Tavistock Institute. Okay. In the they were pretty much what, you know what every big tech company is doing right now? How they're collecting data on people.
Yeah.
They were doing that, but for the human psyche. So they're the ones that orchestrated World War I, World War II. They orchestrated every major event. They're the ones that orchestrate around it. They're the ones that maneuver around it.
Okay, that's why I stopped you before. Because doesn't every secret society do that? Am I bugging?
No.
Because don't they all do that?
They work for, they all rely on their data. The Tavistock Institute is with all the secret societies and the shit like that. They rely on their data.
So basically, they are the top of it.
No,
in a way.
No. The individuals are the top of their own sector.
Let's
they're the ones collecting the data on all the individuals. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they're the ones that all the top...
No, I don't.
All right.
Like, I get it.
It's like, because what you're saying, how you described it to me, basically, is just like, okay, boom. These guys are at the tippy top of it, and then everybody else who owns their own companies, of course, or whatnot, it trickles down to them because they're the idea.
They manipulated all of us to perceive it as a pyramid. So somebody has to be on the tippy top. They don't give a fuck if you're on the top of your pyramid.
Is it a rhombus?
No. They don't give a fuck if you're on the top of your pyramid, on the top of your pyramid, on the top of your, my pyramid. They don't care where you stand on whatever pyramid. They created the pyramid structure for you to stand on.
But isn't that what they say about everybody's secret society?
All right, so now my question is, since they created the pyramid structure, right?
No, they didn't. Listen, that was designed naturally through nature, through conquering, dominating, through different places, taking over different places, different ideologies, taking over different ideologies since the beginning of humanity.
All right, okay. So
they're the first ones that have pushed for a global effort to rectify all of that so that there's no nationality, there's no separate identity, it's all just state government. And as long as they're the ones that can replicate, as long as they're the ones in charge of all of that, they can function. Think about it like this. Let me give you an example.
What are some real world things?
I'm giving you an exexample.
Okay.
He's
charged about this shit. Yo, he's so ready. I want to hear this. Okay.
1948 or 1947 in London, because they initially started in London. They issued a government-funded welfare system that'll help with relationships.
Okay.
Couples and relationships. If you look at the statistics, though, of what happened since the 1940s up until now with British relationships and couples, based on their expertise influence, have they improved or have they decreased?
In where?
In all over the world. In all over the world has relationships.
I mean, I'm only in America and I primarily stay in New York.
All right, so in America, okay.
Sorry, what?
Okay, put yourself in this perspective.
No, but you could just tell us, like, what does the data say? Like, has it gotten better, worse? Like
worse.
Okay.
The divorce rate has substantially increased in every country in the world, especially developed countries like America and Britain.
Because of welfare.
No, because of institutions similar, but this was just a different form of a welfare system in London in the 1940s to help people with relationship problems, so that they can give their expertise opinions on it. But you see how you're still not debating the fact, you're debating it, you're not debating the fact that who were these experts? These experts were people who were already divorced. So they're the ones that they do that. They do that still to this day. Right now, you're going to see if you go work for a company and you have a sexual harassment courtroom, like sexual harassment, like class or seminar you have to take for your company, you're gonna see that it's gonna be somebody who's teaching that class. It'll probably be someone who was affected by domestic violence, a victim of something, someone whose opinions are clearly biased, are who they select as experts.
But you still got to tell me, what have they actually done? Like saying, like, look, I got you. Saying that,
bro, going to war with Iraq. Why did we go to war with Iraq?
Allegedly the oil.
Yeah.
Bro, how are you that warped that it's okay?
I love it.
That it's okay to say, well, you know, we bombed a bunch of Afghans, we bombed a bunch of, but you know, it was oil. It was oil.
I mean, we're not saying
what the fuck is wrong?
We're not saying we agree with it.
No, but no one's doing anything against it, so you are agreeing with it.
I'm
agreeing with it too. I have no choice to go against it.
You want to go fist fight the American army?
No.
Go ahead.
You could go. There's a base on Florida.
Go
fight them,
bro.
Go fight them.
I've been there. There's a lot of them.
I'll go with you and record it if you think that you're fucking a street fighter.
But that's the whole point. Again, you have to. It has to go through the extremes. The point is that we can't just come together and be like, well, you know, this is pretty fucked up. And if you look at our history, there's a lot of fucked up shit.
I still think that you're telling me to fight that.
Wait. Get back to it.
Like with my bare hands.
Why did we go to Iraq?
Yeah, why did we go there?
Afghanistan.
Right. In my opinion.
Okay.
In my own personal opinion.
Okay.
I think it was in 2000 they made a treaty with Japan, America, and the Saudis. There was America, Japan, and the Saudis came together. America said we're going to increase, George W. Bush said we're going to increase the cost of gas.
Okay.
So conscious consumers will consume electric cars.
Okay. Got you.
Then the Saudis said, that's great.
Okay.
But we don't have a full control over the oil in the Middle East.
Okay.
If you can help us get full control over the oil in the Middle East, then we have no issue.
Okay.
And America said, give us a year, no doubt.
Okay.
And then in 1 year, 9/11, raised the tensions in the state. Everyone wants to blame someone. Most Congress people that agreed to go to war with Afghanistan, Iraq, in that time,
what did the Tavistock Institute do? You haven't said their name. Am I bugging? Am I high? Too high?
I'm trying to wait for him to get to the point.
Okay. Yo, at this point in the video,
nah, bro, because you've been interrupting him this whole time.
I have.
Yes.
What?
Yes, it's all. Look, we are watching this shit. I'm trying to listen.
Okay.
You see my face.
Yeah.
Shut up. Anywho, continue, bro.
What I'm trying to get at, the way they're involved. The fact is that they've been around. You're explaining to me, imagine in another 100 years, me trying to explain to you that Google is in fact running majority of the shit out here.
But I could explain that though.
No.
In about 5 minutes.
No.
And
right now
it.
You can.
Yeah.
Because we're living in a time where you know what the fuck Google is.
No.
In another 100 years, your counterpart or your equivalent would be the same way.
Look.
And that's part of their institution. They've worked to orchestrate everything in our reality. Trev, how many thoughts do you think are really your own?
Listen.
Okay.
All I'm saying is this. I'm not saying that I disagree with him. All I'm saying is right now. Look, hold on. Everybody watching this video right now in the comments, drop whether you think that he's talking some bullshit or some real shit. Also, drop a comment if I'm over talking him too much. If you're watching this and you're like, why won't he shut the fuck up?
Exactly. Put that shout out comment with the face and the shit there. Put that shit up there.
There we go.
This nigga talking too fucking much.
Put the screaming emoji.
Put that shit. Put that shit up there.
Put the screaming emoji.
I want to see because this nigga talking too fucking much. Anywho, so I'm sure. All right, so now what I think Dutch is looking for is something a little bit more mind blowing because I guess the way you hyped it up. I feel like you're just you're reeling us in this right now.
I'm just trying to I can't sit there with name, dates, and people, and I'm going to give you 100 names, dates, and people.
Nah. I don't have names and dates of Google, but I can explain to somebody in 5 minutes why Google controls everything, bro.
But you can do it now.
And I can say the name Google.
Think about it in 100 years.
Okay.
How could you explain to someone?
But the Tavistock Institute exists right now. Right now, it exists. Right now.
And listen to the question he's asking you.
Oh, God. All right. Maybe I'm just wilding. Okay, I'm listening.
They gonna put mad at those.
We get the weather. No, Trav, what I'm trying to say is that if I fund every institution, all right, and I am the one who is giving the ideas to institutions how to do things, and institutions are implicating them, the institutions get blamed if shit goes fucked up. People will blame George W. Bush. People aren't going to blame the people who put George W. Bush in power.
They're the seed.
And no one's going to blame rap music for causing shit.
Never.
But everyone's going to say, like, you know how like people say violence in movies and rap music and shit like that is what's warping the minds of Americans, and people are like, oh, that's absolutely
well,
shit.
not people, necessarily. Bro, like a 0.1% of movies and at least 20% of music influences people. I don't give a fuck what nobody says, bro.
But that's the whole thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
No, that's them. That's what I'm trying to get at. They are in control of everything we've ever been visually programmed to perceive. You know what a McDonald's looks like.
So Tavis
approved a McDonald's. So it works in there. Everything that you see before them is what's been approved of their interest.
Does T.K. Kirkland own the Tavistock Institute? Is that what you're telling me right now? Does Soulja Boy own it?
I think we all own it in a way.
Bro,
do we all own the Tavistock?
Am
I Tavistock Institute?
Yes, unknowingly we all are.
We all own it in a way. I think we're all a part of it in a way.
No, we don't own it. We're owned by it.
I need to know what they did.
Bro,
I
can see how I got it and you don't. So basically,
I don't know either.
All right, so boom. So boom, right?
Okay.
Stay curious.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's your idea.
Okay.
Right? But since you're behind the camera, nobody really knows you exist.
Okay. Right? I'm following so far. Okay.
Right? It's me who's in front of the camera.
Okay.
So if something crazy happens, it's me who gets blamed because I'm the fucking face of Stay Curious.
Now, what I'm asking is, who in this analogy is the person? No, not me. Wait. I'm asking in reverse. Who is the behind the camera? Tavistock Institute? So who's the in front of the camera? He has to tell us the connections.
I'm trying to tell you. Hold on, wait. You in that example. Okay. In that example, you are the Tavistock Institute.
Okay.
Straight up. And then I'm the other companies that are taking the blame for the shit. You are the seed, basically. Like, it's your idea, but nobody knows that it's your shit, basically.
They don't care to know that it's
your
idea.
But you have to tell me the real world example.
Let me give you an example.
I'm
giving you an example of what they're doing.
That
part, let me give you a real world example.
So he's getting to it.
I got some multiple examples.
Okay.
I explained to you 9/11.
Ashing with the chicken wing. I look like a little T-Rex.
Trav, I just explained to you.
Sit your ass down.
I just explained to you though with 9/11. How did you not get it with 9/11? You both agreed that we went in there for oil.
Yes, so how did Tavistock contribute to that?
Because you were both okay with it. And not just you,
bro,
but everybody. Everybody thinks like you two and me. That it's okay, that there's nothing we can do about it.
I'm about to cut you off there. Right? Exactly, like you said, we think there's nothing we can do about it, but even the stuff that we can do is still out the way for most people.
No, it's completely out of the way.
He still hasn't told us one actual thing that the Tavistock Institute did.
I feel like because he had to explain it to you so fucking long.
Give the people what they want.
Now,
give the people what they want.
So now you understand the Tavistock Institute.
Give the people what. Tell them the juicy story. Give them the conspiracy. That's what I'm here for, bro.
They realized their influence, their power over the mass population.
Okay.
Remember when they had that prank the radio shows did in the 1930s?
With the aliens.
Yes, where they said that there was aliens that invaded and people lost their mind, power plants went out, some people died, like 27 people died. It was some fucked up shit like that.
Yeah, I can Google that. That's real shit. I probably put it way up here. On the video.
He's gonna put it on his face because he's talking too much.
That's where they realized that their influence gained mass control. Like that's when they knew that they had.
So they were behind.
No, that prank was just a study that they do. They do different studies like this in the population, and everything is part of their study.
Now this feels more physical. Okay,
you understand what I mean?
This you're telling me
everything is just their research development.
What are some more things?
World War I. They spread mass hysteria that German soldiers were killing babies, murdering people, doing massive shit to get the rest of the world more into World War One. Because if prior to World War One, most Europeans didn't really hate Germans, they didn't have a disdain against them. But it wasn't until mass outlets that got disclosed as false, but never got never got changed or altered or anything like that. So there's a lot of stuff that has been failed to be accounted for their error in that time, but that's how you get disclosed information. That's how things come out now. That you know how there's Operation Paperclip. We can talk about it right now. We would talk about it in the 1930s, in the 1940s, 50s. It wouldn't be the same fucking story. It wouldn't be the same conversation.
So
we'd be met with people on our door talking about, yo, get the straitjacket for him. Think we should send him to Bellevue. Why? He's saying that Americans took Nazis. Bro, are you kidding me? You can't say shit like that. You sound like you're a fucking lunatic. How do you think
this is true?
And what do you think that's still not the same thing nowadays? Now they just have Prozac, Zoloft, other things you can give to people to make them more docile and accepting to their situation. Think about the Matrix. That's just a little hint into what they're actually doing, and it's okay to accept it. I think that's
so.
That's
the Tavistock Institute is also doing the Matrix. You don't think that the Illuminati has more clout than the Tavistock Institute? Like they're not.
Whoever has the most clout is losing. They're not in charge of shit.
The Illuminati has a lot of clout though.
They're not in charge of shit.
But
what do you mean? Aren't they in
they're
charge
collecting?
of things?
They're operating off of the people who collect data. Trav, who's collecting the data?
That would mean that the Tavistock. Hold on, this is actually an agreement. This is an agreement with him. So that's saying that the Tavistock Institute is at the complete top of the big pyramid that they created. Then
no, they're not. There's no,
how not?
There's no top of the pyramid for them. They're just collecting the data.
Everybody's going to them.
Wait. Cause
is Google going to them?
I got a question, bro.
Right.
Stop interrupting. Fuck.
All
right, so
it's giving me wings.
You already got one. How many more you need, bro? Like, what the fuck? So, anywho, they're collecting data, right? So they're planting the seed.
Well, psychological analysis on the population.
Yeah, so they're planting the seed and they're basically observing what happens after whatever the company does after they fund the project.
Well, exactly, but not just companies, but ideologies, movements, everything from. Bro, think about it like this. Cops have been shooting black people since the 70s. This has been known for a long ass time. Why Black Lives Matter wasn't around when Obama was president? How come that didn't happen during his time? Because it was orchestrated.
YouTube is gonna roast you now.
They can.
They're gonna call you racist.
They can.
And then they're gonna call me an Uncle Tom because I'm sitting next to a white person talking about race. Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
Thanks a lot.
My apologies.
We can't stop it.
But you see,
we can't because the internet. They don't give a fuck, bro.
You're blaming the internet again. It's the Tavistock Institute.
Yo.
This ideology. That's why people are going to
It's the Tavistock Institute.
They're going to perceive this however they want to perceive this. You would hope so, but they're not. They're going to perceive this the way the information around them has fed them.
We're going to have to watch our backs.
Bro.
As soon as we leave here, we're just going to check the mirrors in the car.
Bro.
Yo, but no, alright, so boom. So basically, you said they're collecting the data, they're observing everything after they orchestrate movements, ideologies, fun projects, things of this nature, right? Why?
But right now, they're the institution that's doing transgender reassignment on kids today. If you want to know what they're doing today, right now.
Yo, bro, what? That's what I asked.
That's the mind blowing shit he was looking for.
Thank you. You got give the people what they want.
I don't think
they came for conspiracy.
I don't think that's exactly what they wanted, but okay. All right.
I want to know all of the hot take shit that they did.
What is their interest in collecting all this data? Like, why are they observing? What is their end goal?
Okay,
it's for all right. If I say I can get a bunch of people to believe one ideology, those people will convince a bunch of other people that ideology.
Okay.
And that's how they operate. They operate through ideology because they know you can sway emotions with ideology.
Okay.
They know that, and now what they do is they use linguistics. Most degrees you get from college aren't for education; they're for linguistics. You just know how to say things in more depth.
Yeah.
That's all you're learning. You're learning a more depth language. That's it. That's the sad part because you're not really gaining an advancement of any type of education. But these are all their institutes designed in a way to just.
Okay, but listen.
All right. So now, I'm sorry because my question is still there. All right. So, what again is their end goal? We already see that they want to sway ideologies, get into people's minds. But what?
How?
For? They already did it basically.
I'm saying. How?
Bro, we all sat here before this and spit
he
bars
literally just
based off of
it.
what we've heard and been influenced to. If we've never heard any type of music.
Alright, so you mean to tell me that other motherfuckers ain't doing the same exact shit that they doing? Isn't this the same conspiracy about every other secret society?
What he's saying is they're the reason they're doing it.
That makes them the head of it.
No, it doesn't.
Bro, oh my God.
No, it doesn't.
Bro.
So boom. It's like this, right? Say you and a bunch of people invest in this company, right? Yeah, all put a band in.
Okay.
Right?
I'm following. Okay.
And the owner of the company does some dumb shit.
Okay.
Y'all don't get in trouble for that, bro.
Y'all
the owner of the company does.
You understand what I'm saying?
You get what I'm saying? So they don't get in trouble for shit because they put it to somebody else to do it for them.
Got you.
Tomorrow the apocalypse happens, you're gonna blame the Illuminati. But you're gonna blame Masons. You're never gonna blame the Tavistock Institute.
That's what it is.
Bro, there's so many. What about, was it the Trilateral Commission?
No, they're the ones who fund all
What
of them.
about, bro? Yo.
Yeah, the Club of Rome.
You know what? I'm doing it. I'm taking my fucking do-rag off. Bro, I can't be going crazy right now, bro. He said everything I say, he's going, bro, that's Tavistock. It's not that I don't believe you. No. It's just that I believe you have the information that the people want. I believe you have the knowledge and the capacity to spit that knowledge in a concise fashion, and for some reason, you're not delivering. But fuck the people. I selfishly also want the fucking information.
I know you waited a week for this. I know.
Yes, bro.
I know. But this is why I'm asking these questions. You see what
you're not doing any better.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
You see how I'm getting the answers and this you getting your mind blown? You see how I'm asking the right questions.
Nah, you kind of are.
Thank you. All right, so boom.
I'm gonna chill.
Back to my first question because it still hasn't been answered.
But you see, he still hasn't answered your question.
You keep interrupting the motherfucker.
What's the question?
Anywho, so yeah, they're collecting all this data, they're influencing all these ideologies, doing all this shit, right? Again, what is their end goal? Like, what is the purpose of them doing all of this stuff? Period.
To destroy originally, it was to destroy the concept of nationality and bring about one world ideology.
Okay, you said that in the beginning. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
All these secret societies and stuff like that, the reason they're being brought to light right now is to see that the population would be okay to accept these things. Everything that gets brought to light is just to see how much the population is willing to accept.
I agree.
And if you think about it right now, like realistically, the only people who operate, who keep society functioning are the owners and the grunt workers. Those are the only two people you really need in society. People to clean up the garbage and people to make the buildings, have the funds and perpetuate their ideology. Though I think the problem you have, Travis, that you don't realize, like you still have the 1940s ideology of American capitalism,
bro.
Like this idea that you can.
That's a different conversation.
No. But what I'm trying, sorry, cutting off. But what I'm trying to get at is that they.
That's a good argument for another day, though.
Yes, but fuck what I was just saying.
See, you keep interrupting them.
No. Hey, fuck, I got.
Look, he's thinking about capitalism and how much he hates.
Yeah, that's. You said the 1940s capitalism.
His whole mind went fuzzy.
No. It's because I don't hate capitalism. I actually like the idea of capitalism, but we can never have capitalism because
Is it the Tavistock Institute's fault?
Yes, they instituted socialist and communist and Marxist ideologies inside the corporate sector, which is why you have concepts that are too big to fail. Trav, how
is the Tavistock Institute responsible for fluoride in the water?
Trav,
yes, just are they? Do you know? Yeah, like
that I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That I don't know.
All right.
But
are they responsible for 5G?
Bro. He already explained it. Anything that you see is let's shut up. Don't say shit. You already took your do-rag off. You can't do it.
Take my braids out.
You can't do it. You can't do it. You're getting a chicken wing. So
that's true.
Anywho,
my only weakness.
He already said it. They give the ideas to push the ideologies, projects, all of that bullshit. The ideas, like for instance, Black Lives Matter, supposedly.
But how?
Because
it's a valid question.
Anybody can do anything behind
internet and mass media attention. All you
was it a George Soros? Didn't everybody on the internet attribute that to George Soros?
Stop, just George, bro. It's not George Soros.
But am I?
Takashi.
You even said it was George Soros.
Takashi, he's part of. But Takashi, let me just explain using Takashi.
Bro,
let me explain using Takashi.
Takashi says not as Tavistock.
Trav, listen to me. Tekashi 6ix9ine said that he made his song top of the charts by buying that spot. There's videos of him saying, I bought the #1 charts.
Yeah, facts.
If you believe the #1 charts, you're fucking dumb because I was able to buy them.
Okay. I'm following.
You have enough money.
Okay.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate has his videos viewed everywhere because he pays to have that done. You can do that. You can make yourself a household name nowadays.
More money. You got enough money.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But once you develop into a household name, then you start selling products. You already become... They've already gotten the ideology across to a point that you can actually make money as an influencer.
No, I agree.
So that's part of the fuckery.
It's another thing, right? They already admitted... They already released that you can take college courses on how to be a social media influencer.
Bro, I just don't know how Tavistock is responsible for this.
Because that's the whole point of them.
All right, Trav, let me explain to you how they're responsible.
They don't want you to.
So, bro, you at least gotta say
Trav,
that they are the head.
All right, so what I'm thinking, what he's looking for now is a story that connects them somehow, like. What did they do and how did they do? Mm-hmm. Give us something. Give us one story that you can remember from the book, or one scenario, ideology that you can remember from the book right now that tells us that they're connected. Like, boom. So this is what they did first. They contacted so and so.
Give us some actual companies.
You don't have to.
This
is what I'm saying.
This book will explain everything.
You can just be like, yo, they hit up this one company and they did this. They contacted the CEO. Like, really? I'm not even looking for names.
No.
You feel me?
Like, people, oh my God. They operate in a way that allows full immunity from their actions.
Okay.
So that because we've already been warped and brainwashed our entire lives. Trav, me, you, and Joker, all three of us. Did you grow up in New York City, Joker?
Bro, I agree that we're brainwashed.
Majority of your life that you grew up in Mount Vernon, New York City, Yonkers, right there, around you, Westchester, same area. Our mindsets are vaguely similar. Primarily because of the place that we grew up, because of what was introduced to us in our entire surrounding. If we grew up with hay bales and overalls, we'd all be howdy, y'all.
Okay.
That's all orchestrated.
That's racist against Southern whites.
Shut up.
That's white on white crime.
Shut the fuck up.
It's reverse.
Shut the fuck up.
Why did you assume I was white?